Hey, this is Charles at the Mayberry model in Tidewater Landing, and today on Simple and Savory, I'm going to show you how to make a yam and apple crumble. During the COVID-19 epidemic, Shell Brothers has been helping our community by delivering much needed food relief to families throughout the region. We're using our vehicles and our people who are volunteering their time to assemble food relief boxes like the one I have here. Today on Simple and Savory, what I'm going to do is create a dish from what's in the box. So among the things that are in the box are yams, oranges, apples, oatmeal, a box of cereal, peanut butter, and of course, jelly. Now there are a lot of other things in the box, but for our recipe today, this is all I'm going to use, plus eggs and butter. Okay, so the primary ingredients in this dish are sweet potatoes and apples. So while we're having our sweet potatoes boiling, it's time to go ahead and get our apples ready. So we're just going to do nice, thin slices of apple. So our second ingredient is orange. We're going to zest the orange and also take the juice from the orange. We're going to use cereal as our crust base. The other advantage here is because we don't have any spices in our mix, it's going to give us a little bit of that cinnamon flavor that we all are familiar with in pumpkin pies and sweet potato pies. Once we have our cereal all mixed up, we're then just going to add 1/2 cup of oatmeal into that mix and then make sure it's very well blended. So now we're ready to assemble our crust. To it, I'm just going to pour in my cereal and add my stick of butter. I'm going to take a spoon and really mix that up well until it gets kind of pasty. And then I'm just going to use my fingers to press it down into the and up and onto the sides of the dish. While we're getting ready to do our next step, which is assembling the pie, it's time to preheat our oven. Here in our Tidewater model, we're featuring the GE Cafe line of appliances, which is one of our many available customizing upgrades in our kitchens. So once we've pulled the potatoes out of the boiling water, obviously we want to chill them down. And the easiest thing to do is just let them run under cold water. So now we're ready to assemble the filling. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our sweet potato and mash it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 2 eggs, our orange juice and zest, and stir that together. Now as you can see, this is nicely mixed, but it's a little thin, and that's where peanut butter comes in. So I'm going to put a generous scoop of peanut butter, probably about 1/4 cup. We do need a little extra sweetener, even though the sweet potatoes are very sweet on their own, but we want a little bit more, and what we're going to improvise is use a little bit of jelly. So about 2 or 3 tablespoons worth. So now it's time to put the apples into the crust. You don't really have to be very careful about it, but you do want to arrange them around evenly, and you want them to be at the bottom. On top of our apples, we add our sweet potato. For the final step, we're just going to top our pie with a little bit more of the cereal mix. So now we're ready to bake our pie at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. I really hope you try this simple, savory, and sweet dessert. Enjoy, and we'll see you next time on Simple and Savory.